Hello. So, this is our first broadcast that we're doing, and we're kind of testing out how to use Skype for Skype broadcast as a way to do some online content and online webinars. So, bear with us as we go through a few of these slides. We're going to start out talking about some of the new features that go along with Microsoft Outlook 2016. Now, as an Office 365 customer, you get all the latest, greatest updates, and it's one of the best features about Office 365 because that means you get all the newest releases, all the best upgrades, and you get access to some of these great new features such as we're going to talk about the Tell Me feature, Smart Lookup, the Clutter tool, which is not exactly like junk, and we'll talk more about what that is, and also my favorite feature of all, last but not least, is how to attach files more efficiently. So to start off, we're going to go over this new feature that is not just in Outlook. You're going to start seeing it in almost all of the Office suite. One of the things that you're going to see is in your Outlook bar, the little blue bar at the top. It could be a different color depending on your theme that you've customized if you have. You're going to see where you can start typing things in and asking it questions in a way, but really instead what you're going to do is you're going to type keywords, and it's very similar to like when you want to copy things. A lot of people are familiar with Control C or Command C for Mac. And then you paste, and that's Control V, and you get used to these kinds of shortcuts. Well, this is an easier way for you to not have to memorize all these shortcuts and go searching all the time through your files, and these ribbons and bars and all these things get to be so confusing. So what they did is they came out with this Tell Me bar. And it's going to put these help topics right at your fingertips, presenting these commands and options um, the way you normally look for them, but in the convenience of a ribbon. So the first image we have here is the Outlook ribbon where it shows the Tell Me, and at the top of that home ribbon, you're just going to tell it what to do in the dialog box. And then you get to select the result that fits with the task. Every keystroke is going to refine the results, so as you start typing more and more, it's going to refine your results down. So if you're seeing, you just type R, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, okay, either there's nothing there, or there's way too many things there. You keep typing, and it's going to keep showing you more refined results. So the next thing we have our example number 1. You're going to use it to enable the reading pane. Now, if you've ever had an issue where all of a sudden, I do this all the time, all of a sudden my view of Outlook is completely different. And a lot of times it's because I accidentally somehow turned off my reading pane, or I've moved it to the right or the bottom. And that's, your reading pane is going to be where your message displays like a quick view. Or where it opens. So if you're not opening each message, it's going to show you your reading view. So you can also turn this off, and I do this frequently on accident. So if you can't find the reading view and you don't want to go searching for it in the bar or in the different ribbons and tabs, instead what you can do is just type in reading. And now you can select if you want it on off on the right or the bottom. Then the next feature you're going to have, or the next example is if you want it to print. Now, a lot of people know that there's a shortcut, which still works, Control P or Command P for Mac, and you got to choose the option to print. But this is just another quicker way for you to be able to type it in, not have to go to File, not have to go and search around, go back and forth switching views. So these are just a few of the quick ways for you to find these features without having to use your command. Next, we have something called Smart Lookup. Smart Lookup is going to be a lifesaver for those people that really like to have additional information and research, kind of, or if you're getting an email from somebody and say you don't know, well, one of the things that we get a lot of emails about right now is SEO. If you don't know what SEO stands for, then you would be able to type that in, or you can right click on it in the message and look for Smart Lookup. It will give you a definition, then you can find out SEO is search engine optimization, but it's also going to give you some other features such as the wiki links and some other kinds of things. And this is all going to be inside of Outlook itself. It's not even going to open in a separate window until you click on it. So this is a way for you to start seeing some of these things with staying in Outlook and not even having to go switch around to your browser and search for something. And this is both of these are available in a lot of the Office Suite products. This one is specifically for Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and Outlook. So you're going to have that option in Word as well. Clutter. All right, clutter is a little deceiving, I think, because a lot of times we have all these different words. We have the junk folder, the spam folder. They have all these different names for it. Clutter sounds very similar to those, but it's very different, because instead of picking out what is junk and you just the crud basically you don't want to see at all in your inbox, Clutter is a priority tool. It is basically looking at your history of which kinds of emails that you open frequently, and then deciding if this isn't going to be an important email to you. If it's not, it's going to put it in a clutter folder, and then you have the option to send a report that tells you all the different things that are going in clutter. You do have the choice to help it along and put your own things in clutter so that it knows, okay, maybe once a week you like to read this tech tips email, but you don't find it to be a high priority item that needs to be at the top of your email list every day. But like junk and spam, there can be some things that get missed and put in the clutter that you don't want, that you do consider higher priority, in which case you can change that and move it to your inbox. And you can also turn this feature on or off. And it's pretty beneficial. Another thing is to keep in mind, though, that clutter is only going to be available to those that have Office 365. So this is another great bonus to your Office 365 account. Attaching files. So this is my favorite out of all of them. We're finally here. This I use all the time, because you think about, first of all, how many times you're attaching different files. First of all, when they're too big, oh my gosh, this happens all the time, whether it be a PDF or even a photo. So many times they're so big and it's like you can't send it. Well, a lot of times you do it through OneDrive or SharePoint, and then you can share a link, and then it's going to give you the option to either give those people the control to either view it or edit it. It's an awesome feature, but it even goes a step further. And then when you now go to your Insert tab, which it shows you here in the PowerPoint, you can attach a copy either of the local file itself or the cloud storage location. So you get to choose, and it's going to show you your recent documents. So if you have just been working on this document, you don't have to go searching for it. And also, if it's a pain for you to search for the document that you've been saving in the cloud or in SharePoint, sometimes that can be a bit of a pain depending on how you have it configured on your computer. It's going to automatically show you, and it shows you the location where it's at. So if it's in your SharePoint, or if it's in your OneDrive, or if it's on your local C drive and on your computer, on your desktop, wherever it is, it's going to show you that recent file you just had open and give you an easy way to attach it. And then you can also attach it if it is on your local computer, or if it's on your local OneDrive and you want to attach it as a copy instead. Maybe you don't want to give them the link, you want to give them the actual file. Then you can attach a copy. You don't have to save a copy onto your computer anymore. You can just send it in the email itself. These are great features. Lots of time can be saved by using these tools. So I highly recommend going back through some of these and testing some of them out. We're going to have another webinar here soon just to go over some of the tips and tricks of Outlook in general. But for now, that is all of the new things in Outlook that we're covering. I hope that you learned something and that you utilize these. Let us know how they work for you and how else we can help. Thanks so much for watching.